$1,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at copplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G3566093 must trade.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
If you're looking for tickets to the Colorado game, 93.7 The Ticket has you covered. There are 3 different ways to win one of 4 pairs of tickets. 1, like our 93.7 The Ticket page on Facebook and share the post. 2, follow our 93.7 The Ticket account on Twitter and repost the announcement post. 3, come on down to 1040 O Street, buy a drink from the mill, and enter your name in the box. All drawings will be done at noon on Friday. Get entered now.
Still using that old, outdated office phone system? You need better. At Hamilton, we offer solutions for the modern office. Whether you have an office full of staff or your employees work remotely and are on the go, seamless call handling is important. Elevate your communication and connect seamlessly with clients and staff with Hamilton Business Phone Systems. Choose better and hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Old School with DP and J.
And, this part of camp it happens in high school camp, when they have a certain amount of time before their game, before school starts and all that. And then it happens in college and it happens in the pros. I had more fights with some of my good friends, the guys that I'm considered lifelong friends at this point in camp than with some over-energized rookie trying to make a name for himself. Seriously.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Sea-Doo dealership. Score up to $300 off or a free 2-year warranty on 2024 Sea-Doo Sparks and $500 off or a free 2-year warranty on all other brand new 2024 Sea-Doos. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of September. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and watercraft in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Nebraskans are proud of their public schools. Hi, I'm Tim Royers. As a Nebraska Teacher of the Year, I traveled across the state and saw the value public schools bring to our communities every day. They're where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. They're where families come together to enjoy a musical, cheer for our teams, talk with teachers, and build trusted relationships. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Striking Up a Conversation with Anna and Kayla on 93.7 The Ticket. Harrison, where can they find us?
Absolutely. As always, if you want to put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitter, whichever one you want to call it, Allo, Channel 961 if you got Allo Cable. And if you want to text in, we're back live on the Brick and Mortar. The Royals game is over, so you can use that Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. You can always put your input in there. All right, guys, throw it back to you. I know you got some topics you already want to dive into, so I'll leave it to you.
Let's go to Saturday. Big win for Husker football. Woo-hoo. Had a great time. 2-0. We're ranked.
23.
Yeah,
Welcome to the ranked class.
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
We've been waiting
Trivia,
for
when
you guys.
was the last time Nebraska?
2019.
Man, you guys are good. All right, well done.
Sorry, that was funny. It was immediately. Kayla and I knew.
Talks to the cohesiveness of the student athlete body altogether.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting next to one of the football players in our SAC meeting last night, and I looked over to him. I was like, congrats on being ranked. He said, thanks. We've been working hard. So here first, like, these guys are working their butts off. We see it. You guys probably see it watching the game. So props to them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice win over Colorado.
It was awesome.
And we're going to have another good one this weekend.
Amen.
How fun was that game for you guys? I know it was like the decibels were like 104, 110, somewhere between there.
Oh my God. I've been to so many home games. I've never seen so many people, it being so loud, and people staying the whole time of the game.
I mean, the stairs were full of people. I mean, they're not supposed to be, obviously.
Right,
but they were.
Packed.
It was just packed.
It was packed. Like, you literally could. When we got there, 45 minutes before kickoff.
It was packed.
You couldn't even make it up the stairs. Standing room only. Like, people, like, I'm like, who are these people? I'm like, I've never seen half of these people in my life. As more context, we have a student athlete only section. And yeah, it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was asking this to the other bowlers we had on last night. Do you guys like where that student section is at? I really want it behind the opposing team's sideline.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you look at other stadiums, I feel like that'd be a lot more effect for you guys, kind of tucked away in the corner right now. Do you like where the student section's at, or would you like it behind the sideline?
I honestly kind of like where it's at, just knowing where like other like places have their like just even student section and student athlete section. They're usually together. Like Wisconsin has it in the back, so like they're not even behind.
Yeah,
they're not even behind.
They're like in the end zone.
Yeah, they're in the end zones, which is kind of weird. Not weird. I mean, it's their choice, but like I like that we're able to be kind of behind a team if it's not even our own, because it kind of gives that like, oh, we're coming for you, like we're behind you, even though it's not the actual football team that's behind them. It's their fans.
It changed this year because like they switched the home sidelines from East Stadium to West Stadium, and Coach Rule like made it pretty clear in a lot of his press conferences that the student section was going to play a big difference into the outlook of the game, being so loud and everything. So I think that how the game ended up this weekend, it played a huge role. Like I said, I've never heard it this loud before, and I've been to probably 24 plus home games. Like, I've been here for so long, so I've definitely seen a lot. So.
And I think another thing that's beneficial for like us to be facing our like football team is that they can see people their own age like supporting them at all times. They're not hearing them from behind them. They get to like physically see them, if they're on the sidelines, even though obviously they're paying attention to the game, but you still see that in your peripheral. And that's a completely different thing than seeing fans of all different ages. You're seeing your own age group.
You're seeing your people.
Yes.
That you see every day.
Yes.
So
yeah.
We're stuck behind the band, but
I love it.
Yeah.
it just brings up the hype even more.
Yeah, and to be fair, you never want to ruffle up the feathers of the loyal season ticket holders that have been sitting there forever. So that's always
For
the other
sure.
part. Like, even if it was the right move, you don't want to offend the loyalty.
Yeah,
no,
for sure. I
agree.
think they announced this morning that we're going to hit 400 sellouts for the Illinois game. And I'm like, being part of this like iconic like sellout streak, being like, I was in college during this time. Like, it's crazy. Like, being part of volleyball day last year in the 400 consecutive sellouts is like something I'll tell my kids down the line. And being able to like do it with some of my best friends is just awesome.
Yeah, volleyball day will always be ingrained in my memory. One, because of just being a part of history, and two, I got to see Scotty McCreery, which was awesome.
And we got a picture with him.
Yep. So
Yeah, it's super cool. It's something about Nebraska fan bases. We talked about before, like how they, especially when you start having some success, you're rewarded for it. Like, they're gonna come out and find you and meet you on the street and say congratulations. Do you guys ever get any of that? If people recognize you on the streets?
Yeah, like when we have a recruit in town, we like to go downtown, give them the like downtown experience, take them out to dinner. A lot of us wear like our Husker bowling gear, and they're like, people are walking around, they're like, that's the bowling team. Can I take a picture with you? Like, it's those type of things that I think still drive us and be like, oh, people do notice us.
I think my favorite's the airport.
Yeah, the
Like,
airport is just like,
it's
When you're decked out
iconic. You
in
just
the
hear
Husker
those
gear.
go
Yeah.
big red in the airport, and it's like 5:00 in the morning, my guy. Like, and you're screaming this. That's probably my favorite, is because it doesn't even matter what time it is, where you're at. A Husker fan is a Husker fan, and that is probably my favorite thing, is that they are supportive, especially when they see student athletes. But I mean, even just regular students. It's awesome.
Yeah, and you talked about that sellout streak, and mentioned it'd be cool. Like, tell my kids I was a part of that. I think we take for granted how big that number is, and also how big is that number going to get? Like, say your kids go to UNL, and it's like, it's cool. I was part of 400. I was part of 500.
yeah, I'm just like, when do they stop counting? I don't think like Nebraska's just iconic with like setting records, in my opinion, with volleyball day, the volleyball sellout for home matches. I just think Nebraska's just top tier. Like, we are setting we are paving the way for college athletics, women's sports, anything. And I think people better watch out, because they got some things up their sleeve. I'm just feeling it.
Feels like the sleeping giants waking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like the other programs, as we mentioned, volleyball, softball, even though they had a litany of injuries, they still put together a pretty good season. I know men's track, they won Big Tens last year. Baseball won Big Ten last year.
When we can come away with
basketball,
when we can come away with 5 Big Ten championships in one season, with all the adversity, the injuries, and everything that everyone overcame, is really good for athletic department. And they really honed in on that in our all student athlete meeting. And Troy is here, and he is ready to play big ball with these big schools. And props to him. Like, coming in middle of the semester last year, he did not bow down, and he's taken a stand for us student athletes, and I really appreciate.
That guy, he's going to be making an impact on all of us individually and as like teams and everything. He has a lot of big moves that he wants to make with individual teams too. And I think that says a lot, is like, he wants to sit down and meet with each team and actually get to know them on personal levels, which says a lot about him too as an AD. And I think that's going to just really, truly help, just help the student athlete body be even more cohesive than we already are.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, has he met with you guys already?
No, that's in the works.
Okay.
So I had a reminder.
He's a busy man.
Well, I had a reminder on my phone because I was a part of SAC last year, and that was something he mentioned when he came in. And I asked my coach, I'm like, well, would you rather do it? Because our season was already done, and I was like, I'd rather have it when we have our like next year's team. And so I had my reminder come across yesterday, and I texted coach. I was like, hey, don't forget to reach out to Troy and get this going.
Those
flies
bugs.
back, man. Flies back.
I've got us over there. It was bothering me earlier on this side.
Go back over there.
No, it's all right. We can keep it over there. We do got a couple from Facebook here. We got Terry McKinney saying, "What's up, guys?"
That's
and
my
then
guy.
Chaz chimes in, Chaz Cowan and his father. After testing out the current storm stuff last week, what are you both looking forward to getting drilled?
You go
Everything.
first. Yeah, yeah, you go first.
There was a lot of great stuff that Storm brought over for us to demo.
Thank you, Parker.
Yes. Thank you to him. He was great. He helped us get everything figured out. And I don't think I had any like, oh my God, like I want this in my bag right now. I did really like the Ion. It was a great ball. I think it'll
Which one? The Max or the Pro?
Oh, the Pro. Sorry. I forgot I threw both.
It's all right.
Thank you. I think that was like the main one that stood out to me. There's a lot of great stuff in Storm's line right now. Like we're grateful to be sponsored by them. And yeah, Anna?
I think for me, especially even like going over because we had a classroom yesterday, but after looking at that and then looking kind of like reflecting on that trial, whatever, I can't think of what it's called right now.
Demo.
Yep, demo. The harsh reality pearl, that thing was a monster. It was awesome. Like looking back, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's number one. Like I want maybe even two of them. Like it's that good. It's
Or order a few cases,
Yeah.
Coach, when you watch this tomorrow.
Yep.
What about it makes
It's
it so
just-
good?
I don't even know how to explain it. It's aggressive, but it's smooth. I mean, it's a really good ball. It read really well in the lanes. I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, when you see a good ball, you know it's like put it in the bag. That is my travel ball. It's going to be with me at all times.
You're highlighting, you're starring, you're
Yep.
doing anything and everything to keep this in your bag when we compete and only have 6 balls. Like
Mhm.
this is what Coach would be like a staple ball in our
Mhm.
bag. So I feel like probably every single person on our team will probably get one of those.
Yeah, that ball was awesome. I mean, I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Ion was nice too. Pro. The
Mac-
Ion Max, that one was good.
Kayla disagrees a little bit.
The Max. I said we agreed on the Pro. It was the Max.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, the Max.
It was really pretty to watch go down the lane.
Okay.
I mean, it was
Good
nice.
start.
Yeah. I mean, I liked a different ball more than that, but then looking back at like how the balls were, I can see where that one, the Max was better than is it the Sublime?
Oh yeah, the Sublime Focus.
Yeah. So it was just kind of like because they're similar, but they do different things in a different way. Like
There's
very-
so much
they're very
physics
close.
that's
Yeah.
going to it, and we're like,
It's like, yeah, that one then. But no, yeah, it's exciting to have that stuff. But I would say the harsh reality pearl, that thing is awesome.
How often do you guys, try out new balls? Is it pretty consistently? And then are
Uh,
you hesitant to actually make a switch?
we do.
Are you talking like demo wise or like when we're traveling and performing? Like
When you get your ball, I want to say like beginning of the season, you kind of got the balls that you like. You got your 6 for your travel bag. Like, is that pretty set in stone, or does it still vary throughout the season?
Oh, it varies. We are lucky enough to travel with more than just 6. Like we travel with 7 to 8, and then when we get to a tournament to actually bowl there at the practice session, we take 1 or 2 out,
Mhm.
and then we register our 6, write down the serial numbers and everything, and those are the balls we use for the weekend. Each weekend, before we leave, we sit down with Coach Klumpa and Coach JB. They have a spreadsheet of every single ball we have in our locker, and they pick what balls would work for that weekend. You could take 8 one weekend and take a completely different 8 the following weekend.
Mhm.
So it literally just depends.
And they kind of let us voice too. If like there's a certain ball we'd rather have. So like they kind of like, okay, this is like our ideal like 8. Say like they're picking 8 or whatever. If you would rather they're like, you can switch this one out for this one if you want. Like they do leave it up to our discretion in the end of the day because it's what we're comfortable with, what we trust to work.
Mm-hmm.
But like the only one that is for sure always a go for people that use it is a spare ball. That's the only one that's confirmed.
Like that's the only one
going.
that always goes.
Yep.
Never does not go.
Literally, yeah. Except
And-
for the people that don't use a spare ball, which is
Yeah.
I think 2 people.
And maybe my high road. My high road doesn't.
Yeah.
It stays in the bag, the travel bag, and doesn't leave.
Yeah. No, there's certain balls that never leave, but at the same time, you usually There's always few that just it's like every weekend it's like a rotation.
Mhm.
They never stay, but they never actually like leave the travel lineup, if that makes sense.
Because like in our lockers, we have practice balls where
Mm-hmm.
we just use when we're practicing on East Campus. And then we have tournament balls that only come out when we're on the road.
Mm-hmm.
We're lucky enough to be able to have those, like 2 different arsenals, because of our travel stuff from the previous season becomes our practice stuff for this season. And then we're always getting new stuff throughout the season. Obviously, September and October are the major months that we get all of our bowling balls, but coach will always be like, "Hey kid, you got a ball in the shop. Make sure you grab it before practice." And we're like, "Oh, okay." Thanks for the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Like it's like Christmas.
Yeah.
And or any random day in season.
Do you guys ever have like a really good ball that got discontinued? That broke
Yes.
your heart?
Oh,
I can speak for Jillian Martin and Coach JB. The Volatility Torque, one of the best balls out there.
No more?
No more.
no more.
And Jillian keeps saying, "Yeah, you should quit throwing old equipment and give me your Volatility because I have one sitting in the back." I'm like, "You're funny." She even said that to me today. I'm like, "Good joke."
Yeah, coach always messes with me. Thanks to Anna. I have one more of my all-time favorite balls, the RSTX one. I think this will be my 4th or 5th one I've drilled since I've been here.
It's a good ball.
And it's such a good ball. I literally threw it today in practice. And coach always wants to mess with me that he's going to give it to someone else. And I'm like, well, coach, if you give it to someone else, I'm not going to have a ball to throw. So I'm going to be useless to you.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, no, it breaks my heart sometimes when they discontinue stuff because it's like, if
Yeah.
that was a good ball, what are you doing? Why would you stop? Like it's still selling. But sometimes I think it's just merely like some balls they bring back in a different way, but
It's never the same.
When they get lost in the innovation, maybe a little bit, like trying to make it better and they're kind of
Yeah.
losing it.
Or they change the color of
Which
the ball.
plays a
And
major role.
the color plays a huge like factor into what the ball does. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, help me out here.
Like coach was trying to
The-
explain to it like a dark ball, like a dark bowling ball is
if it's a solid color too.
if it's a solid if it's only has one color, plain black reacts so different if it has 4 colors in it. Just because of the makeup of a color. I don't know.
I don't
explain
even know
it.
how to explain
That's-
it to you.
that
I
makes me
just know
sound
it
so
reacts
dumb, but
different.
I need to go back and count them straight. I don't imagine it's help me out here. 402-464-5685. You got a couple bowlers in here. If you want to maybe shave some points or get some points on your bowling score, you can also ask those questions. Is it something to do with like I don't know, the pigmentation, the way it absorbs the oil?
Terry,
Is it
are you
like
still
at a
in here?
very-
Dad, are you still in here? You guys probably have a better idea how to explain it than we do.
Yeah,
Can we
but
get a storm rep in here?
Yeah,
Hey.
honestly, that's a fantastic question. I might have to Google it during the break or use the good old AI and see what they
Yeah.
got for me.
Oh,
But
we need help.
Chat GBT, can you help us out?
I might be able to. I mean, that stuff's crazy now.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I'm a little jealous of high schoolers. Not that you should use that for your homework,
Mm.
but you see a lot
They're
of that.
cracking down on it though.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah, now
had
there's
so many
AI to
professors
check
that are
for
like,
AI.
Yeah.
yeah, which doesn't make sense because it's like
AI
but
is
it makes
checking
sense, I guess.
AI.
Yeah,
What is our world came to?
literally.
It's
It's
different.
insane.
All right, we
Yes.
got just about 1 minute left here. What do you guys want to talk about on the other side? And at some point, I am curious about the training table because Last Bowlers had some very great things to say
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. And I know
Oh.
you guys get treated like queens and kings over there.
I mean, I think something that we wanted to talk about was like the groups that we have, which I think kind of ties in with
Just
Just talking-
athletics is
yeah,
in general.
like even talking about supporting like volleyball and football. I think it really ties in with that too.
like
so.
sports psych, our
Mhm.
groups, our academic advisors, life skills.
Yeah,
Just like a
side of being
day in our
student
life
athlete.
of who we interact with.
Yeah.
Okay, we do got Chaz in here. He says chemical makeup most likely. I can't say for sure though on the pigmentation of the balls, depending on how they roll. So I'm actually gonna do some Googling. That's kind of
Thanks.
blows my mind.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Chaz.
it, Dad.
Yeah, you get at such a. I think people underestimate how complex bowling is.
Oh
It's
yeah.
insane.
It feels like bowl straight, bowl fast. You'll knock the pins down, but then you get to the
Yeah.
oil, and then now you guys are telling me the pigment of the ball.
Yeah.
It has a small effect to it. So with that being said, we'll throw out the break here. I'll hit the good old Google machine. We'll get some more answers. We got Caleb versus Strady and Callum both in here. A couple of bowlers don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling on Ticket Weeknights.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Early break.
This is the group chat of the three-legged stool.
1 minute into the game.
Yep.
Jake Sorensen. Dolphins offense looks like feces. 1 minute into the season. 14-0 Jacksonville. Season over. Yeah, and I said, maybe next year, Jake. That's been my motto for 33 years. It gets better. Finn's down 17-7 at half. There is someone booing in Brewskis. That someone is me.
I didn't see that one. That's funny.
That was funny.
That's funny.
That meltdown was unbelievable. You were 1 minute into the season.
It was startling.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter. And the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Veterans, do you know what local, state, and federal benefits and services you're eligible to receive? Do you want help navigating the application or appeals process? Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. You've served our country, now let us serve you. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Bree Fansteel, local race car driver. Join me and James Rowland every Sunday at 7 p.m. for The Finish Line, where we discuss off-road, on-road, and sometimes next-to-the-road racing on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska State Veterans Homes are here to serve veterans, their spouses, surviving spouses, and Gold Star parents. Join your fellow veterans and their families at one of our homes in Bellevue, Kearney, Norfolk, or Scottsbluff. With a sliding scale to determine your financial contribution, an excellent clinical team, and plenty of fun activities, our homes are the perfect retirement choice. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/homes. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
But it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Early break.
This is the group chat of the three-legged stool.
1 minute into the game. Yep. Jake Sorensen. Dolphins offense looks like feces. 1 minute into the season. 14-0 Jacksonville. Season over. Yeah, and I said maybe next year, Jake. That's been my motto for 33 years. It gets better. Finn's down 17-7 at half. There is someone booing in Brewskis. That someone is me.
I didn't see that one. That's funny.
That was funny.
That's funny.
That meltdown was unbelievable. You were 1 minute into the season.
It was startling.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome. Wait.
Welcome back to Striking Up a Conversation. We got Caleb Verstrady, Anna Callan. It's our second show. We're still getting
We're
the
trying. Guys,
yeah,
I'm
we're getting the
trying.
wrinkles ironed
I'm
out here.
trying. That's what counts is I'm trying. The effort's there. I'll get better.
That was funny.
I tried.
Hey, I did pretty good.
You did. You got it right away. Me on the other hand, not so much, and that's okay. We're
You're
learning.
never perfect on your first try.
No.
That'd be crazy.
We'll just practice. We'll practice when we go home.
Yeah. I'll just be sitting there going to bed tonight, practicing, waiting for next week. That's all right, though. No. I mean, so, Kayla, let's start up with what we were talking about. We would go with what is your favorite group that you've been a part of while being at Nebraska, and why?
Such a hard question.
You're welcome.
I think they're all very unique in different ways. I think definitely Inner Circle would really help me like professionally, like building my resume, getting my name out there. I definitely credit that for like getting my internship at the police department last semester, like really helping me like prepare for that interview, because it was my first like professional like sit down in front of someone interview. And then probably Involved is really good too. They do a lot. It's student athlete led, so it's very fluid. There's no like set formula of how we do things. So, and then SAC, that is literally just a liaison between your team and the athletic department. If there's any problems with anything that's going on, like it, for example, Anna and I are the bowling representatives, and we plan events for the athletic department for student athletes and everything. So I can't pick just one because they all do different things and they have all helped me personally in my bowling career and everything. So
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I just had to put you on the spot.
I was just like, dude, we just sat here for 5 minutes. You could have told me what you're going to ask me.
No, but I will say hi to our teammates that are watching.
Love you guys.
Yes,
Thanks for staying up late.
Yes. No, I would agree. I think honestly, the one that's been most impactful for me is definitely Involved. It definitely left a mark on me after our last meeting for sure. Because what I was kind of telling Harrison is that it got us into supporting other sports and us student athletes. Like for me last year after our last meeting, it was kind of making the bridge between each sport. So like bowling to football, football to rifle, rifle to tennis, and it's just trying to like build those bridges and take away the gaps that are between teams like that. I kind of made a mission for myself. Like I want to create more bonds with student athletes that I don't really know, and Involved really, has like inspired that. And then I'm carrying that into our SAC meetings this year. And I think SAC is really taking that initiative as well. Like our first meeting for SAC was at the bowling alley, which we didn't even know about.
We didn't even play.
Yeah, no,
It kinda
that was
just
that was
happened.
yeah, that was on Kate and everyone else that sets that up. And then it kind of sparked an initiative. How about each sport hosts a different SAC meeting? So like this last one was at Hibner. Soccer hosted. Sadly, I didn't get to go. I was at work, but
I had a great time.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I was so excited. I'm like, I wanted to be goalie. I love blocking. I like being denied. No, but I think that's something that's awesome about just Nebraska athletics is that they really, really promote supporting each other in anything we do. But they really have sparked us. I would say, I mean, every year, but for some reason, the last ending of last year and this year, it really feels different. And I think it's merely because of just how, having new coaches in like through football and just bringing in different athletes all the time. It really, really sparks something different. And this year it really does feel different. The cohesiveness feels a lot more there.
Like it was crazy when I went on the service trip in May with 22 other student athletes across 9 different sports. When we got to Panama, there was no sports correlation. We were just student athletes at Nebraska. Our sport did not matter. So I have friends for life now because of this trip, thanks to the athletic department. I see them every day. We're all like, hey. And like, we got so close because of all the hard work we did. Now I have friends for a lifetime because of the bonds that I created with them.
And I mean, that's even helped me out because, I mean, there was a guy that was on her trip. He was on a football team. I think, is it Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and now he says hi to me and it's like, dude, I only know your name and you're saying hi to me, which it kind of makes me feel good in a way because it's like, oh, football players talking to me. Cool. Nice. But at the same time, it shows that like simply one person going like out of their way to make sure people are saying hi and like having those conversations, it goes a long way. And just simply smiling at other student athletes, it does more than what people think it does.
And it takes no effort. Just to smile back at someone, saying hi, how was your day? Takes no effort.
Yeah.
And I think we had a meeting in Involve last week that really pushed this. It takes no effort to compliment someone or tell someone that they're doing a good job. And I feel like that's where our generation is lacking. Like people need encouragement, and being able to acknowledge that we need to do better is the first step. So going back to Involve, like they're bettering us as athletes and as people. So when we get out of here, we're a step ahead. We're on the upward trend.
Yeah.
So,
and I think the same lady that did the Involve meeting last week, which I also had to unfortunately miss, makes me sad, but that was because of class.
Yeah, you weren't running amok. You were doing things.
No, I don't miss things unless it's an important matter, which
you are.
Even then, I'm like, I wish I could be there instead of here. But no, because I mean, that is the other thing is that like these groups are so impactful. It's like I'm thinking about how I'd rather. I mean, so is school. I'm not saying it's not, but it's like I see how much good that does for me that I want to be there because it's like I know I'm going to get something so much. It's not saying that sitting in class doesn't do a lot for me, but like that day, I'm like that one time I could take so much from that because the same lady that did the Involve meeting last week that I missed last year, she did one and it was lingering longer, like being there like an extra 5 minutes and just simply having a conversation with someone. And it was merely like, instead of sitting in your phone when you're, in the trainer's room and, getting cupping done or simply getting like
treatment of any sorts. Yeah.
Instead of, they don't allow phones anymore, but anyway, in previous time they did. And instead of sitting on your phone, how about you talk to the person that's next to you or even across the room, just spark a conversation. I mean, I can tell you, I was in there a lot last year, and did I talk to a lot of people? No, because I'm a little shy, and I am. It's like that.
We've all been
Yeah,
there.
and it's easier just to entertain your phone than to look up at someone and be like, hey, why are you in here? It's just, yeah, but definitely am trying to change that now. I mean, I haven't been in the training room yet this year.
You were just gonna stay out of
I was
it.
gonna say,
Yeah,
And it's just gonna stay out of the
I
training
really
room.
don't want to go in there. I have trauma.
PTSD.
Yeah. But no, that's the one thing I have to say is that if Nebraska is good at anything, it's really keeping the cohesiveness with other student athletes alive, and they really do a good job at it. And a lot of that credit, I mean, it does go to the coaches, but I really have to give a lot of credit to Life Skills because they really push us to do volunteering events with each other and merely giving us opportunities to set up events for each other to show up to. And it's remarkable, and they deserve a lot of credit.
They do a great job setting up volunteer events, opportunities for us to go out into the community. Like I talked to our Life Skills lady today, Stacy. She sent me a text and was like, "You guys are literally killing it. You guys are going above and beyond of what you guys are expected to do. We're exceeding what she wants us to do, and she's loving it." She said, "Keep up the great work." And just being able to hear that from someone else that doesn't see all the behind the scenes every day, that we're at practice grinding our butts off, telling us that we're doing a good job, means the world. And I literally sent that to the girls, and I was like, "Stacy's loving you guys. Keep up the great work."
Yeah, that stuff goes a long way. You
Mhm.
know, like even if DP, if he has kind words to say, or anywhere I've worked before, like when people acknowledge the work you're putting in, it just makes you want to continue to put in that hard work. So that's huge. And I will say this, getting to do a lot of these student athlete shows, I'm always amazed how humble the athletes are, because you guys are, let's be real, you guys are kind of celebrities around here. There's no pro teams. It's like everybody around here, we root for Nebraska athletics because that's the thing we got going on. There's Creighton. We'll keep them more outside. Nebraska volleyball.
Volleyball
took
win.
care of that.
Good
I
job.
believe so. They were up 2-0. I want to double check on that, unless there's a reverse sweep going on.
I think they won because when I left to come over here, they were in the third set. I think they won.
Let's do a check here. But as I was saying, I'm
Fact
also
check that.
amazed how humble you guys are. And do you guys kind of get a sense of that? Like every student athlete, I can't think of one bad interaction I've had. Like I've never caught arrogance. I've never caught like I'm too good to talk to. You know, what do you guys call them?
I think
Non-athletic regular people.
I think the thing is, though, is that even like, for example, I'm in a class. I was in a class tonight, and we all sat there. And I mean, sorry to my teacher. I don't know if she watches this, but we were watching volleyball. We're supporting our school. I mean, I'm a student athlete. I'm not going to sit there and be like, volleyball's fine. No, I'm sitting there like watching. I'm like, come on, get the dig or block. You know. I could kill it. I mean, I'm sitting there like I'm literally leaning into this girl's computer because she pulled it up. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, come on, guys. Saw them win the first set, and then my class I think finished before they got done with the second one. But I think that's the thing is that like so many like people that maybe aren't sports, they still want to support, and I think that's what builds that community is that, and that keeps us humble is that. Everyone wants to support everyone in the state of Nebraska. It's not like we're rooting against each other.
Because everyone wants us to win. When Husker teams win, it's a great day. And being able to provide that to Husker fans is something I'll cherish for the rest of my life. Being able to see the happiness people have to come see us compete. Like, yeah, it's our jobs to put on a show for them, but the appreciation that they show to us is unbeatable.
I mean, and I think the other thing that's see
we had some fans walk by.
No, I think the other thing that is it says a lot about Nebraska too is honoring the success that student athletes have outside of Nebraska while being a student athlete here, and the people that support Nebraska also share that success. So it's like it's not even. I shouldn't say success for Nebraska because it still is like you're still, honoring the end. But at the same time, it's like you're not necessarily like wearing it that day, but they're still happy that you did it. And that's where it's like, I think that says a lot about it and the community it builds. And that's why I think it's, yeah.
Absolutely. And I got to pour some cold water on this, but there's still some hope for Nebraska volleyball. It's set 5 right now.
Oh,
shout out to Kim. So he shouts out 2-2. It's 5-9. In the 5th set, Nebraska is leading the 5th set.
Okay. I like the odds. I like the odds. I don't like how they dropped 2 sets, but I'll forgive them.
I'd rather have you handle adversity early in the season than
yes.
late.
Oh yeah, and this is a great game top 10 team that they're playing with Creighton and everything, but we got to make this state red.
Absolutely. With that being said, we'll go ahead, throw to our final break here. This is striking up a conversation. We got Kayla and a couple of Husker Bowlers in here. Don't go anywhere. One more segment left on the other side.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and text us,
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Hey guys, it's Austin with 93.7 The Ticket. Our second week of NFL coverage continues on Thursday with an AFC East clash between the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins. In Week 1, Buffalo defended home field with a 34-28 win over the Arizona Cardinals, while Miami pitched a second-half shutout of the Jaguars to come from behind and win 20-17. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. with kickoff from Miami slated for 7:15. Catch all the biggest NFL games right here on Lincoln's home for the NFL, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Striking Up a Conversation with Kayla and Anna on 93.7 The Ticket.
Perfect. All right, guys. I mentioned the training table earlier. I got to ask just because there's glowing reviews of it, especially the Sunday brunch that is new. You guys didn't have that last year. And you guys actually got to see the transition from the old to the new. So just give me your thoughts. How much of an advantage is that having a training table that is top-notch quality food, quality ingredients? I got a little bit of everything for you guys.
It is amazing, to be honest. It is. Sorry, we're watching the volleyball game. It's match point.
14-9 for all those who are interested in the volleyball game. If we are live on the brick and mortar, so it's fair to give those updates. 9-14.
Yes, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Back to the training table. They brought in a new company this year to contract and everything, and they've been doing an amazing job with it all. Like, the food is amazing and everything. The different options are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I
hear they got a froyo machine.
Oh yeah, so good. Had it tonight.
And they switch up the flavors too. I didn't know this. I did a twist cone type of thing, but then they had cookies and cream. The one night I didn't get it. I'm like, they better be bringing that back, because that is an ultimate flavor.
But now I know why McDonald's ice cream machine is always broken, because it's always broken at the training table.
It is a real McDonald's isn't bluffing.
Yeah, I don't think McDonald's is bluffing now.
I think it's because so many people love ice cream that it just gets so overused. It's like, I need a break.
Yeah.
That's true. You can't have the machine making the ice cream overheating.
Yeah.
Counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Got to keep these athletes stocked up on ice cream.
No, I would have to say that this training table, last year's, shout out, they did their job. It was great. But I cannot express to you how good. Sorry. I can see out the window. But I can't. It's so good. The breakfast they make, it's over hard eggs, but I put that stuff on a biscuit because they have biscuits and gravy. Fire.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of biscuits and gravy.
Oh gosh,
what's been the best item so far?
The fruit.
That's what those guys said the same thing last night.
I was literally telling my mom, I think it was this morning or yesterday. They have 15 different types of fruit.
Do they got kiwi? I'm a big fan of
yes.
They did have, yes.
And it's freshly cut every single day.
Yeah. You literally can look over and they're cutting it in the Life Skills kitchen. I'm like, this is awesome. And that's another thing. They have a place where you can go in and I think the first few nights, just to keep it kind of easy on them and us too, to learn. Mm-hmm. They did ramen. I'm like, that is awesome. I'm like, yeah. And then the one night there was hibachi. It was just I'm telling you, it's insane. I'm thankful for it. Thank you, Nebraska. But yeah,
yes,
it's awesome.
Thank you to our nutritionist staff, because they are top notch. They care about us as athletes, care about fueling us correctly. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sammy reaching out to me, making sure we're staying fueled correctly.
Absolutely. And real quick, as we wrap things up here, Nebraska volleyball pulls it off. They win in 3 sets, goes all the way to 5. Nebraska hangs on and go ahead and closes things out. All right, guys.
Thanks for joining us. I forgot what our show is.
Yeah.
But
You
can
know,
always
keep striking
catch
up
you
a
next week. Yep.
conversation. Yeah, keep striking up conversations. We'll be back next week. Until then,
peace
y'all
out.
have a good one.